Good morning. Good morning. It's April 6th. Hope you guys had an amazing Easter. Give it a second to notify people here that we are live. We're going to talk about a successful life today. Heard a quote that just freaking loved. Sometimes you see quotes and they just, whatever, it feels like a quote. But sometimes you see these quotes from people and they really hit you. And today I had one. I hope it hit you guys the same as it hit me. But really, really powerful. Want to talk about living a successful life and just give you a quick, just a quick Monday mindset today to get our week right, our mindset right. I hope you had a great Easter. So he is risen. It was a phenomenal Easter for my family and I, just being at church and just celebrating with the family. It was awesome. Here's what I want to talk about today, though. This is the quote that hit me. Which is Tim Tebow said it. Tim Tebow said this: the greatest tragedy in life is being successful at everything that doesn't matter. So I'm going to say that again. Being successful. So the greatest tragedy in life is being successful at everything that doesn't matter. And, that quote for some reason just hit me extremely hard when I heard it, because I think it is so easy to fall into the trap of the rat race, keeping up with the Joneses, the hamster wheel, all, when we start off on this journey of growing a business or whatever it is that you're doing, they're not bad, but it's very easy to get into a trap where all of a sudden you find yourself chasing this success, and you're very successful in it. But it's actually not the success that matters. And it got me thinking, I don't know if you guys have ever read that book where it's like the 5 regrets of the dying, basically, 5 top regrets. And I wrote them down. I want to read them to you because I think it would be powerful. It was a nurse named Bonnie Ware, spent years caring for people in their final days. She documented the most common regrets people had at the end of their life. And here were the top 5 regrets. Number 1, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. And that so often, many people build their lives based upon others' expectations of them. They build their lives based upon the opinions of others. They fall into the trap of comparison. We've all heard the quote, comparison is the thief of joy. And you hear these people on their deathbeds, one of their top 5 regrets is, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the lives others expected for me. What a powerful thing to think about. Number 2, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. And this really resonates with me based upon the quote of Tim Tebow, because I think work is a good thing. So I don't think it's I wish I wouldn't have worked so hard. I think what they're really saying there is that I wish I would have given my life to the things that I truly cared about, because I think work is a gift from God. I don't think anybody minds hard work, but when we fall into the keeping up with the Joneses trap or the chasing just monetary success, it's fleeting, right? The greatest tragedy is being successful at everything that doesn't matter. Can you imagine getting to the end of your life and you have a super successful insurance agency, but no friends? Super successful insurance agency, but no family who loves you? Super successful insurance agency, but no faith in God? Like, you don't want to end up at the end of your life being so successful in all the things that don't really matter. And then here's number 3 for top regrets of the dying. I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. So you're seeing a lot of the same common theme amongst these people who are on their deathbeds and what they're saying. Number 4, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. I wish I would have stayed in touch with my friends. Relationships fade when they are neglected. So that's just a great reminder for all of us in business. Business is about relationships, but life is really about relationships. And here's number 5 of the top 5 regrets of the dying. I wish I had let myself be happier. And I love this one because happiness is a choice, right? It's not necessarily a result. Happiness is a choice. You can choose happiness. You can choose joy. Perspective, really, we've talked about this before on Monday Mindsets. Perspective it enables you, empowers you to make it through things, because it's so easy to get into victimhood state, to get into woe is me. But if you step back for a second and you start writing down the list of all the things you're thankful for, or start writing down the list of all the worst things and the worst places you could be, it gives you perspective. And so I thought it was a really, really powerful quote by Tim Tebow, that the greatest tragedy is being successful at everything that doesn't matter. And I want to just encourage you today, wherever you're at, that, there's things in your life that you want to do that you're not doing. There's things that you should be doing that you're not doing. And oftentimes it's because of fear. And what does Zig Ziglar say about fear? It's false evidence appearing real. So oftentimes we go through life fearing things. And I heard another guy on the same video that Tim Tebow was on. He basically said, in your 40s, you start understanding, basically in your 20s and 30s, you care so much what everybody else thinks, and you're building based upon what they think. In your 40s, you stop caring what they think, and by your 60s, you realize that they weren't even thinking about you at all. They were thinking about them. And he said he was trying to get his 60s, he was trying to live like a 60s mentality now. And shout out, it's the, what does he call that channel? I think it's the School of Hard Knocks, maybe. It's the kid that goes around and interviews all these multimillionaires and billionaires. Some pretty powerful stuff there. But those two quotes, and it kind of goes with this topic of the top 5 regrets of the dying. But I just want to encourage you today that, I believe you can be this, 6, 7-dimensional person, which the most important thing is your faith. So your faith in God. Second is your family. Third is your friendship. So this is how I view success. Fourth, in my mind, and you could maybe say if you don't have this one, the other ones will suffer, but would be your fitness, your health, right? If you don't have your health, nothing else really matters. So your health. Then you have your finances. You want to get your finances, but your finances are really to just help you with your fitness and your family and your friends and your faith. And then last but not least, but your fun, like your hobbies, what you do for fun. And maybe I would add in a 7th one that would say fulfillment, but I really think fulfillment comes from faith. Those are how I kind of lay out when I think about my pillars of my life. That's how I do it. I don't know how you guys do it, but I do it in those dimensions and say, hey, where am I at with my faith, with my family, with my friends, with my fitness, with my finance, with my fun, with my fulfillment? Where am I at in those 7 Fs? And what do I need to change? What do I need to get rid of? And what do I need to add to make those better and to make me better in each of those areas? So I'm going to end with the quote I started with. Hopefully this challenges you on this Monday morning. Tim Tebow, shout out to you, man. The greatest tragedy is being successful at everything that doesn't matter. So get out there and chase success, but chase the success that actually matters. And in my opinion, it's all about relationships. That's what this life is about. So chase that. Chase a relationship first and foremost with God, your creator, and then everything else will fall in the right order in that aspect. So get out there and win for you, for your clients, for your family. Let's make it happen this week. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in.